Tyler Henry has spent his career as the man with all the answers. He has sat across from grieving mothers, world-famous celebrities, and heartbroken families, delivering messages that no one else could possibly know. But recently, the man who claims to see the future was blindsided by a reality he never predicted. An unsettling health crisis has shaken him to his core, threatening not just his life, but the very abilities that made him a global phenomenon. Today on Royal Time of Hollywood, we dive deep into the heartbreaking truth behind Tyler Henry's diagnosis, the scandals that have followed his rise to fame, and the medical battle that has left him fighting for his future. The boy from Hanford, the birth of a medium. Tyler Henry's story didn't begin in a house of psychics or a world of the occult. He was born in 1996 in Hanford, California, an ordinary farming town. His childhood was unremarkable until the spring of 2006. At just 10 years old, Tyler woke up with an overwhelming physical sensation that his grandmother was about to die. Before he could even finish explaining this feeling to his mother, the phone rang. It was his father, calling to say his grandmother had passed away. That moment changed everything. Growing up as a medium in a small town wasn't easy. When he told a classmate about his gift, the community's reaction wasn't curiosity, it was fear. Local church groups held prayer circles for his soul, and he faced relentless bullying. Seeking a way to help others, Tyler graduated high school at 16 with plans to become a hospice nurse. But the universe had other plans. Demand for his readings exploded, eventually catching the eye of Hollywood producers. The rise to fame and the skeptical firestorm. By 20, he was the star of E!'s Hollywood medium. He sat with icons like the Kardashians, Sofia Vergara, and RuPaul, revealing intimate details about their deceased loved ones. He eventually moved to Netflix with Life After Death and his live series Live from the Other Side, amassing a waiting list of over 600,000 people. However, with great fame came massive skepticism. Organizations like the Center for Inquiry have labeled him a grief vampire, accusing him of using cold reading, making broad guesses, and hot reading, researching clients beforehand. Critics often point to the 2016 death of Alan Thicke. Tyler had warned Thicke about a heart condition months before he died of an aortic dissection. While fans saw it as proof, skeptics argued it was a lucky guess, given that heart disease is a leading cause of death for men Thicke's age. Tyler has always maintained an open tone, even undergoing brain scans on camera to show the neurological activity behind his process, though skeptics remain unmoved. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to check out the other stories and shocking updates on our channel. We've covered many incredible celebrity journeys, tragic endings, and untold Hollywood secrets that you don't want to miss. Binge watch our previous videos to discover more surprising facts, emotional stories, and where your favorite stars are today. Your support helps us bring you more powerful content like this, so don't forget to explore, watch more, and stay tuned for the next video. The family scandal, a blind spot in the gift. In 2019, a scandal erupted that Tyler couldn't explain away. His mother, Teresa, took a DNA test for fun, only to discover a horrifying truth. The woman who raised her was not her biological mother. Even more chilling, her non-biological mother, Stella, was a convicted murderer. The world asked, how did the most famous medium in the world not know his own mother was raised by a killer? Tyler was forced to admit that when it comes to his own family, his emotions create a blind spot. He couldn't read his mother because he was too close to the trauma. This failure humanized him to some, while giving critics more ammunition. It was a painful realization that his gift had limits, especially when it mattered most. 2014. The first warning. The current health crisis isn't Tyler's first brush with death. At 18, he entered the ER with what he thought was a migraine. Instead, doctors found a grape-sized mass on his brain stem, a congenital arachnoid cyst. The pressure caused Tyler to suffer a stroke at just 18 years old. He spent a terrifying night in the ICU, reflecting on the fragility of life. Surgery saved him then, and he spent the next decade believing the worst was over. He was wrong. 2025. The diagnosis that shook him to his core. The year 2025 was supposed to be a celebration. On May 7th, Tyler married his longtime partner, Clint Godwin, in a beautiful Beverly Hills ceremony. But the joy was overshadowed by a terrifying secret. Tyler was losing his ability to speak. He was suffering from aphasia, difficulty finding words, and short-term memory loss. For a man whose career depends on communication, this was a death sentence. Doctors discovered a colloid tumor in the third ventricle of his brain. This tumor was causing hydrocephalus, a dangerous buildup of fluid that was crushing his brain from the inside. Exactly 1 week after his wedding, Tyler underwent his second brain surgery. While the surgery was a success, the relief was short-lived. By November 2025, the symptoms returned. The fluid was building up again. Tyler had to go under the knife for a third time on November 13, 2025. The reality of recovery. In early 2026, Tyler returned to his live tour, An Evening of Hope and Healing. In an emotional update, he revealed that the very inflammation that nearly killed him had actually been clouding his readings. Skeptics who noticed him struggling for words in previous years were actually seeing the symptoms of his brain tumor. Now, with the pressure relieved, Tyler claims his clarity is stronger than ever. But the emotional toll has been immense. He has looked into the other side for years, but now he has stood on its doorstep himself. What do you think? Is Tyler Henry a genuine medium whose brain condition was the only thing holding him back? Or is this all part of a larger narrative? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this update moving, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Royal Time of Hollywood for more stories from the heart of the industry. Hit that bell notification